can say that it is so thrilling to think about the Summer of Making and Connecting. And if you haven't heard about it, it was in the New York Times Learning Network blog on the 15th, so I think today's the 16th. But the Summer of Making and Connecting is actually this very cool project that we're doing with Mozilla, and we are partnering on two different things. One of them is the Maker Party 2013, where we're trying to connect hundreds and thousands of people to really be about connecting and making and creating, both young people as well as adults, and really trying to foster that sense of creativity and experimentation. And whether people are making laser jewelry. I mean, I was watching a little video this morning that's part of the press release, and there was she couldn't be more than 12, who has her own sort of maker show that she videotapes and puts up on YouTube. And she was showing how you could either do jewelry making or circuit making. And using copper etching. And she was talking about how careful you have to be because this stuff can burn, And it was just fascinating. And I had the pleasure 2 weeks ago, and again, it has to do with how much is happening across the network. Because Western Massachusetts, as you know, is one of the local sites of the National Writing Project, which are nearly 200. And, I will say that Western Massachusetts leads the way when it comes to technology and really trying to expand the ideas of digital media in terms of teaching and learning. And because of this work and the work that's happening at other local sites, we really have been able to really dive deeply in this area of digital media. And working with Mozilla, we went back to MacArthur about a year ago and asked them if they'd be interested in funding this project, and they said yes. One other thing about this Summer of Making and Connecting is that there's another piece called the Educator Innovator. And one of the things about that is that's us. It's teachers coming together in inquiry groups and asking questions and trying to figure out, how do I make practice even better? How can I be even more effective to all of my students? And when I think about this Educator Innovator piece, I mean, we are like incubating brilliant ideas, and we test them, and then we go back and we work through them again. But I know that we are not quite a startup, when people think about incubation of, startups, but we absolutely are those educated innovators. And that part of the program, of that partnership that we're doing with Mozilla, will extend beyond the summer. And it is something that I think is going to really help us fuel some energy from people who are not in education. Because